The first elimination race of the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs is on deck as the series heads to the Bristol Motor Speedway. 6 drivers find themselves on the brink of being eliminated. Today, I'm going to go over the 6 drivers and who has the best shot at moving on and who will be eliminated at the end of 500 laps. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Here comes the inside. He's got the inside. They touch once, twice. Drag race. Jimmy Johnson.
Whoa! By a fender. Gentleman Jim.
He held him off. Nice job, Jimmy.
What a race by teammates.
Let's start by going over the 10 drivers who I think are comfortably safe going into this weekend. Joey Logano is already locked in after winning in Atlanta. Christopher Bell enters the weekend plus 46 over the cut line, and safe to say that with Bell's history at Bristol, he should be locked in after stage 1. Austin Cindric is making me look foolish after I said he was an easy elimination this round. He may be safe for now, but it's going to take more than 2 races for me to say that Cindric is a real playoff contender. He's plus 43 going into the weekend. Alex Bowman is doing nearly everything he can, and yet people are still calling for him to be replaced at Hendrick Motorsports. Bowman is plus 41. Daniel Suarez is doing his best to keep Trackhouse alive heading into the weekend. He is plus 36 above the cut line. Tyler Reddick had a solid run at Atlanta, which bailed him out at Watkins Glen. He heads into the weekend plus 30. Fan favorite Chase Elliott was also solid at Atlanta, which helped him after a disappointing run at Watkins Glen. He is plus 30 above the cut line. Defending champion Ryan Blaney is plus 29 above the cut line. Barring no lap 5 crash, he should be safe to move on. Kyle Larson just needs to be 80% of what he is usually capable of, and he'll move on, being plus 26 above the cut line. Byron is plus 25 going into the weekend. He should be safe, barring something horrible happening to him like it did at Watkins Glen. Now we move on to the 6 drivers who I don't think have slept much since Watkins Glen. These 6 drivers are separated by just 20 points going into the weekend, something that could easily be made up within 2 stages. The first driver in this category, plus 6 on the cut line, is Chase Briscoe. Briscoe finished 38th at Atlanta and 6th at Watkins Glen. Briscoe finished 27th in the Bristol Fall race last year, but outside of that, he's had finishes of 13th and 14th in his other 2 fall starts. He's also finished 13th here in the spring. Plus 6 gives you almost no room for error, but Briscoe is Stewart Haas's last shot at a championship before they close their doors, so this team is playing with house money each and every single week. I think Chase Briscoe has a really good chance at making it to the next round based on that. Ty Gibbs holds on to the last transfer spot, also being plus 6 above the cut line. Gibbs has finished 5th in last year's fall race and was top 10 in the spring. His finishes in this round aren't giving me much confidence that he can advance. He finished 17th at Atlanta and 22nd at the Glen. Considering there are a bunch of heavy hitters behind Gibbs and how inexperienced he is at racing in an elimination spot, I'm worried that Gibbs may be one that slips below the cut line before the night is over. If I had told you that Denny Hamlin would be one of the drivers in the discussion for a first round exit, you would have said I was insane. But here we are. Hamlin is minus 6 to the cut line. He has been almost invisible these first 2 races, finishing 24th and 23rd. Not to mention that he has failed to qualify in the top 20 in both of those races. Hamlin has the resume that says he can get out of this on the right end, but with charter conflicts and not running well at the first 2 races, it leaves some to wonder, myself included, if Hamlin may be the heavy hitter eliminated in the round of 16. Brad Keselowski is nearly in the same boat as Hamlin, as he finds himself minus 12 to the cut line, but his recent history at Bristol shows that there is signs of life for his playoff hopes. In the next-gen era, Keselowski has not finished outside the top 15 and has got 16 stage points in the spring earlier this season. 2024 has been a huge win for Keselowski, and he may be able to keep that momentum going at the end of Saturday night's race. Martin Truex Jr. should feel quite lucky he even has a shot at making it to the next round after the way this season has gone. Truex is only minus 14 to the cut line, but he's crashed in 2 of the last 3 races, and that one race he finished, he was 20th at Watkins Glen, where many people thought he could get things turned around and build some momentum. Truex was runner-up in the spring, but I'm not sure that's even remotely possible this weekend. Truex is going to need to put retirement planning on pause for 1 week if he wants to have a shot at advancing. Much like Truex, Harrison Burton should feel quite lucky that there is a path for him to make it to the next round. After winning at Daytona, things went back to normal for the number 21 car, as they haven't finished in the top 20 since that win. Burton has had the fortune that most of the other playoff drivers have also had similar results, so his finishes haven't left him too far behind. Burton is going to need to survive and hope that more playoff drivers close to the cut line run into problems, because that may be the only path forward if Burton can't make his way to the front. So there you have it. 6 drivers, 2 spots are up for grabs. Who will advance and who will miss out on a chance to fight for a title? For me, I think the 2 drivers that can race their way into the next round are Chase Briscoe and Brad Keselowski. Briscoe and SHR have nothing to lose. I think that'll play to their advantage, and I think that Keselowski has the talent to race his way out of the hole. So that means my 4 eliminations are Ty Gibbs, Harrison Burton, Martin Truex Jr., and Denny Hamlin. This weekend, I think JGR takes a huge blow to their championship hopes. Hamlin hasn't looked right since the engine penalty, and Truex has lost any mojo he may have had since announcing his retirement. Ty Gibbs, I think, gets eliminated purely due to lack of experience in the playoffs. I think that if he's in a similar situation next year, he'll be better equipped to handle it. I just don't see enough drivers above the cut line running into problems that Harrison Burton can jump above them in points, so that's why I have him being eliminated. We'll see if I'm right or wrong this Saturday night, but until then, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments section below what you think about my predictions. Who do you think gets eliminated after tomorrow's race? In the meantime, I encourage you to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Until next time, I'm Morgan Weeb. Have a good day, everyone.
Here comes Gordon. He's got the inside. They touch once, twice. Drag race. Jimmy Johnson.
Whoa! By a fender. Gentleman Jim.
He held him off. Nice job, Jimmy.
What a race by teammates.